Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new, my name is Ruth and this is the Renewed Mind podcast where we pause, we reflect, we heal, we learn and we renew our minds, and we are taking a journey towards better mental well-being and personal growth. So feel so much welcomed, and I believe that we are all going to learn from this journey, and it's going to be really an amazing journey. So, dear friends, have a seat and let's talk. While thinking of today's episode, there's a very beautiful story that came into my mind, and this is the story of Elijah. Yes, okay. In this podcast, in most times, you will hear me reflecting on the Bible a lot because I love like looking at God as a counselor or as a therapist, in other words. And among the names that we know our God, like among the names that we address him, one of them is a counselor. And in this story of Elijah, it's that time when Elijah uh, had killed the Baal gods, and here is Jezebel trying to threaten him, and Elijah is a bit worried. He has so much fear. So what does he do? He goes and hides. And I want to look at that story and that scenario as though like there was a discussion in heaven, and the angel is like, God, have you seen like what Elijah is doing? He is hiding. And I feel like God is like telling the angel, I already saw him, and they're in a conversation. So what should I do? So, and when we read that chapter, we see that like the angel brought food to Elijah. But here is the interesting part. Elijah was sleeping, and even after the angel brought the food, he still continued sleeping, and the angel went away. So I'm trying to picture all these things like, okay, the angel has come to God. Sir, what am I supposed to do? And God is telling him, just needs food. So the angel is like, say no more. Let me take the food to him. But again, I'm seeing God like telling the angel, but wait, one more instruction. After you give Elijah the food, ensure that you don't wake him up. Let him rest. And that's exactly what the angel does. Well, those are my own quotes, but I'm just trying to imagine it that way. And so now here we see that the angel gives Elijah food, and Elijah sleeps again. And here is a second time. The angel comes back again and gives him food. Then again, he leaves him to sleep. And it's really a beautiful story, and a story that will introduce us to what we are going to talk today. Now, with that said, let's now bring it back into our context and in matters mental health. And today we are going to talk about burnout. And in biology, like we were introduced to how our minds functions and the aspect of the mind like receiving and interpreting information. The neurons, like there's so much work that is taking place in our minds. The eyes have seen. The mind has to interpret, okay, what have I seen? Does it imply it's danger? Is it something that is pleasing? And after interpreting that, like it again tries to look for, okay, according to these things that I am seeing, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to react? Like there's a decision that it's supposed to be made in your mind, like after seeing this, what am I supposed to do? Again, our ears, we hear, and the mind has to interpret, which voice am I hearing? Is it a voice of danger? Is it just a happiness type of a noise? So like there is so much that is happening in our minds. Still the mind's controlling like our breath, our heart rate, and how the respiratory system still is working. There's so much things that are happening in our minds, translating all those information, everything that the mind, like we put into our minds, through touching, like my hands have touched something, but then I have to interpret, what have I really touched? Is it a stone? Is it a plate? Is it something that is harmful? Like imagine like all those processes that are taking place in our minds. So there is a place where it reaches and your mind feel like it's tired. You have been through work the whole week. You have responsibilities. Maybe you're a mother. Maybe you're a dad. You're a teacher. The kids have been disturbing you, and you just feel like, what am I gonna do with these people? And so there's so much after school. You have babies to feed. You have this like responsibility after another, this and that. This is waiting for you. Another one is waiting for you. And so you find at the end of it all, you're so tired. You feel so worn out, like things are no longer okay. Because there is so much in our minds. Like it's really hot up there. And let's just look at something like our phones. The moment that we continually use our phones for so long, there are some things that we notice. It's either the phone starts to overheat, the battery runs low at a fast rate, or even like the apps starts to become slow. Hey, and in that moment, it's never easy. Like our patience is tested a lot. You're like, and I don't know why it happens. Like the time that you want to do the most important thing, you need that time is when now the phone starts to get slow. And you're like, hey, ikitu. I don't know, like, what am I supposed to do? And you find that you're just clicking and you feel like throwing that phone away. So, like, this is now how our minds are. The moment that we are overworking our brains, some things begin to happen. Unasikia kumewaka huko juu. It becomes hot. You don't know like what to do. Decisions are so many. There is this one to be done, this one to be done, this, and that. So much to be done. And in this process is where you find that we are not really sure which decision are we supposed to make first. Prioritizing becomes, it becomes something that we struggle to do. Our energy levels become so low. We get so drained because there is something that is not okay upstairs. Again, like even things like procrastination begin to occur. You want to do something, but you're like, I'll do it. I'll do it another time. Nitaifanya kesho. I'll just give it some few hours. I'll do. At the end of it all, you realize that you even didn't do anything. Why? Because our minds are not really working well. They are not working according to how they should function. There is something that is not okay. There is so much of our working that has been done, and we just need time to let it rest, let it recharge, and allow it to continue with its normal function as it should. Now, the reason I started with the story of Elijah is that God being our creator and the one who made us, he knows, like the same way they usually say that every manufacturer knows how every product should function. So the same way that God knows how our minds should function. And why I brought this whole story of Elijah is like God really understood that Elijah has a long way to go. But in his mind, things are not okay. He got a lot of fatigue. He has been fighting the battle. He has been doing this. He has been doing this. And all he needs at the moment is rest. So that's why after giving Elijah food, they let him to rest. Why? He had a long journey that he needed to go. And this rest was as well important as even the other responsibilities. And after that, as the story is coming to end, we are seeing that he got the strength to continue for 40 days and for 40 nights. Dear friends, that's how magic, that's how like our brains are really like wanting rest. And dear friends, another thing that burnout does to us is that it even makes the people around us to feel like some sort of uncomfortable when they're in our presence. Now, let's take an example of the way we had said that when our phones, we have overworked them, they tend to get slower and we get irritated with that. Now, let's take that thing and Imagine ourselves, the moment that we are tired, the moment that we have not taken time to rest, the moment we have not taken time to release those negative emotions. Maybe you had them from job, you had them from your family, from the kids that you're interacting with, and there's so much like sadness in you. There is so much emotions that you've not released. So it will make you easy for you. Even the people that are around you, they'll feel so much uncomfortable around you. Like you'll become like you are like irritating them, because consciously or unconsciously there are some acts that you will be doing, and it will be bothering them, like, why is this person behaving like this, why are they talking like this? And by the time we realize it, a lot we will have messed a lot. Maybe it's matters to deal with family, and it finds you in such a situation that you feel you're just tired, you feel that there is so much happening in your mind. And if you've not taken time like to analyze, like, what is this thing that I am feeling, how am I supposed to handle it? If you handle even the most important things in your life without fasting, without first having to reflect like what's going on, it's easy for you to make a very bad decision, and after it you come to regret, like, what did I just do? Because honestly, like, during that time you were not really okay, you were not in your right senses, you made according to the decision, according to what was going on in your mind. Maybe it was a feeling of sadness, a feeling of you were just anger with some things, and even in the most innocent things, that anger, like, it was projected to the innocent things around you. By the time you realize it, vitu zimeharibika, like things have gone the other way, vice versa. They're not working. It's either you have messed up on something, and then now we begin now regretting, like, why did I behave this way? Why did I act this way? And dear friends, today episode, we are acknowledging that whatever we are going through, it's okay. It is part of how our brain is wired to function. It will get tired at some point. You will feel like so much fatigue. You don't want anything. And in that moment, it's the moment to pause and listen to what your mind is telling you. For us to overcome burnout, then first we have to acknowledge that things are not okay. After acknowledging, like, having time to reflect, I am having this feeling. If I try to go back to the things that have happened, what could be causing me this? Like trying to analyze, how has your day been? Maybe like you've started feeling that thing while you were just working, trying to figure out in the midst of all these things, what is the specific thing that happened and triggered me to behave the way I'm behaving? Is it that your boss talked to you in a way that was not pleasing? Was the workload too much? Like trying to figure out and to understand what's going on in your body, because the mind is trying, like, to talk to you in a language that you can understand. After the mind has interpreted what's going on, there's a sort of a fatigue, there's a sort of this feeling, and this feeling is being caused by this. Then now it brings back the information to you and makes you try to understand that this thing is not okay, and it's communicating to you, and you will feel honestly that this thing is not okay. And this is not the time to numb the feelings that you're feeling. It is time to acknowledge that I am not feeling well, something is not okay, I need to rest, I need to do this. Rest is a very important thing, dear friends. If at all we are going to walk a journey of a good mental well-being, then we have to acknowledge rest. We have to embrace it. I understand, like, you have bills to pay, you have kids, you have everything. But imagine these things can wait. Your rest is very important. I don't know if you have ever realized that the moment you take time to rest and you slow on things, you are able to do them better than the time that you are in so much hurry, you want things to be done in so much hurry. The moment you just take time to rest, you wake up to that thing, you do it better because your mind has recharged. You have gotten the energy to keep going. And so that is what I'm encouraging all of us, that in the moment where our bodies need rest, let's give them the rest that they need. We need that rest. It is in that rest that we get the energy to keep us going. It is in that rest that we reset our feelings, we reset our emotions. There's so much happening around us. You'll just be walking and you see something that pisses you off. That's how the world is. And unless that we take time to get off these bad feelings, to get off these emotions, to just relax and reset, then we will struggle a lot in things. We will be doing things, and the end of it all, we question, like, how did I do this? Or even, why did I do it? What was the motivation in all these things? And the worst thing is that by the time we come to that realization, then we have messed up things. We are a product that needs to rest, that needs to recharge, that needs to, you see, like, I don't know why I'm loving this analogy of the phone, but allow me to use it. You see, even like the moment that there's a moment that inafikanga and you start deleting things from your phone, you want to create more space for more important things. Now figure it, like, try to see it, to see that as your life. There are moments that even you, it has to reach into your life. I have to delete this emotion. I have to delete this feeling. I have to delete this thing. Why? Because there are other important things that you have to fill in for you to keep going. The same way we delete for for the phone to keep functioning is the same way that even us, we have to delete for us to keep going. And I hope that we are all getting this analogy, because our minds have to be okay. We are carrying a very important part of our body, and it is not good that we keep ignoring it. We keep ignoring the signals and the language that it tries to communicate to us. It's time to take good care of it. Why? Because honestly, we have a very important purpose here on earth if Christ tarries. And for us to function in those purposes, for us to work well in our jobs, in our business, in our parenting, in everything that, every responsibility that we have, then our minds have to be okay. And that's why, like, it's very important for us to pause. I have been through this. Work has been like this. The kids are this way. Everything that has happened. And we just take time alone and analyze, reflect on these things, then release. After releasing everything now, after, like, we are okay, then now we renew our minds. How am I supposed to do this thing? That thing that had hurt me, how am I supposed to handle it the next time? If it's work, if the workload was too much, and after reflecting and knowing that this is the thing that has been disturbing me, now you renew your mind. How am I supposed to do it next time? Am I supposed to prioritize my tasks so that at least by the time the deadline reaches, I've already, like, completed what I'm supposed to do? Or what is that thing that I am supposed to do? But all this will come after you've figured out, this is the issue. This is what is affecting me. And then you allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to be in that moment, but don't stay there. After you have allowed and after you have realized that this is the thing, now we come up with a better decision. How can I do it? What energy am I going to apply in case such an instance happens again? What energy am I going to put in it? And and another thing also in this burnout type of a thing is also seeking support. Maybe, like, you're a boss, you have your own business and you are the boss, and you are the one doing everything. You are the manager, you are the employee, you are the accountant, there are some tasks that you can give to qualified people. And if that's what you need for you, then that's okay. Like, give expand your network, like give other people, if someone else can do it and for you to rest, do it. In the case of Elijah, for him it was food and rest. He ate and rested and gained the strength. For your case, it might be different. Maybe it's for you to prioritize your tasks. Maybe it's for you to diverse them, like to give different people. Maybe it's for you, like to allow yourself to rest, or even some sort of, maybe it's for you to just forgive and let go the things that you're carrying, the weights that you are carrying, whatever works for you. And this will depend on the situation that you're facing. So you have to analyze, like, what am I really facing? And in this situation, what is really required for my situation? And with that understanding, like, we will be able to come up with a better solution and our minds will be okay. But first, we have to give them time. We have to rest. We have to, like, acknowledge that we are not okay. And then work out on what is not okay. Then renew our minds, like try to figure out what can be done better. So, yes, dear friends, that's all for today. And I believe that we have learned something. And in this podcast, we are really so much on mental well being. It really means a lot to us. And it's something that we cannot afford to ignore because we have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. As long as you wake up tomorrow, that means that your journey is not yet over. As long as you are here today, your journey is not yet over. And for you to continue with this journey, then your mind has to be okay. It really has to be okay. And this is the podcast where we emphasize so much on our mental health, which really matters a lot. It's a journey that we are taking, embracing everything that is happening within us, and acknowledging that we are unique. We are a product meant to function in a certain way. And then we have also to understand how are we supposed to function. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here, for following. And I believe that we are learning something and we are growing day by day. And by the time that we keep on going with these episodes on mental health, I believe that we shall be able to change, if not fully, but in a good percentage, and something that we can look and say that it has been a journey. I have loved how it has been, and we can look and acknowledge the progress and how everything is turning out well in our lives. So thank you so much for following. See you next time in yet another episode on matters mental health. Kindly remember to like, share and subscribe. Finya hiyo button iko hapo chini, and make at least our work to keep going and to keep impacting more and more people. Thank you and goodbye.